Hi everyone, Ron here at AbleSys. Welcome to the AbleSys webinar. We're going to go over some different charts and I'll gladly show you how the software works and the signals that were given. And I want to welcome everybody to from the HotCom room who will be joining us today also. So the main thing with AbleTrend, it's kind of important. We're going to call this we're going to look for triple confirmation today. It's very important to be low risk and to preserve your capital, and the AbleTrend signals are only low risk trades. The algorithm will only come up with a very low risk trade, and what we like to do is we make sure that it's triple confirmation, meaning, see, what we're doing is we're using an AbleTrend guidance chart. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that both two different time frames as well as two different AbleTrend algorithms all agree, which I'll show you is going to give us triple confirmation before we make a trade, before the software gives us the okay to make a trade. So let's just jump in, and it's always a lot easier when I can show you on the charts. I'm going to show you what I mean by triple confirmation. Here's a chart of yesterday's crude oil chart, and then I'll fast forward to today. I'm going to show you all kinds of different charts. I'm going to show you day trading, end of day. I'll show you look at some stocks, futures, forex. The software works exactly the same no matter what market you trade and no matter what time frames you trade. That's kind of the nice part about it. That's why it's so well liked. Is because of the, obviously because of the accurate signals that are very low risk. It's because the software is going to work on all markets and all time frames equally well. And I'll show you that, and we'll jump in right now. So here's a trade from yesterday morning on crude oil. This is a 3-minute, 9-minute, what we call a guidance chart. It's the combination of two time frames combined into one chart, as well as two different AbleTrend algorithms. So all four things have to come together, otherwise no trade. We call that a no trade zone. And it's just as important to know when to trade. With AbleTrend, it's also going to let you know when not to trade, meaning the market is a high probability of being very choppy upcoming or very risky. Don't trade. It means a no trade zone means just stay away. Move on to something else, but it wouldn't be a good time to jump in right now. That would be a no, and I'll show you what a no trade zone is. But this is like a really perfect triple confirmation buy signal. You've got a blue bar, and anything in AbleTrend blue means it's going to go up. Red bars means it's going to go down. So we've got a blue bar. The little blue dot underneath it is a invisible or hidden support point in the market that our software's algorithm and formula can see. So as long as you got the blue dots below, it means you're safe to stay in the trade. It means you have hidden support under the price to block it from going any further lower. The big dot is the 9-minute support point that I've added onto the chart. So it's real simple. The blue bars are the 3-minute time frame. Green just means sideways, and red means down. The little blue dots is the support underneath the price, meaning it's going to help to block it from going any further lower. The big dot is 3 times higher. We always use a 3-to-1 ratio. So the big dot is a 9-minute dot that we've just simply added to the chart. That's the 9-minute support. So right here, that's what we call triple confirmation. A blue bar, that means it's going to go up. A little blue 3-minute dot, well, that means it's going to go up, and it's going to help to block it from going lower in case we're wrong, because there will be some losing trades. I can guarantee you that. It's most certainly not perfect, as nothing is, and we would never make a ridiculous claim like that. I'm certainly not here ever to mislead anybody or paint any unrealistic expectations. I wouldn't want that done to me. The 9-minute dot is the big blue dot is the 9-minute support under the price, also signifying, because it's blue, we're in an uptrend. So you got triple confirmation here, up and away it went. Now, if you trade multiple contracts, like many of our clients trade very large amounts of money who use the software, we like to take profit when the prices hit these upper bands. And the bands and everything is all tweaked to, it's all our algorithms, and it's all tweaked to our liking. So if you trade multiple contracts, we like when you take profit at the bands because it's a good way to take the relief off the trade, guarantee you're going to win, kind of take the stress away, and you'll make better decisions going forward knowing that you already have a profit in place. Stop loss, well, or the exit would either be the red bar with a red dot, because red now means the short-term trend is going to go down, or if we get stopped out, if the prices go under the blue dot, we don't like that, because that means we're breaking through our protection or our defense, which is going to block it from going lower. We always put the stop loss on the second or the previous red dot, blue dots underneath the price. So here these dots kind of look like you're walking up steps. Well, these 3 dots are slightly lower than these 5, so our stop loss goes on the second lower level of blue dots under the price. So we're stopped out right over there. However, got a nice little profit on that one there. We're going to talk about, look like about 25 cents or so. So, you know, we're only in the trade an hour, just trading one contract, 25 cents is $250. Now, this is what I wanted to show you what was a no trade zone that I mentioned before. Red dots above is the hidden resistance in the market, stopping the price from going higher. Blue dots below stops the price from going lower. So that means the price is probably going to get stuck in the middle. Very risky to take a trade. We call that a no trade zone. It's a good thing we didn't, because that's how it filters out false signals, helps to filter false signals in the market. And the prices generally get stuck in the middle of the dots. Don't go much further than the red, and they don't go below the blue. So it just means before you make this trade, don't make the trade. Before the trade comes up or the prices come up, we're just saying don't trade during this period. It's just too risky. You know, it's all about capital preservation, and it's about triple confirmation when we either buy or sell. So just too risky to make that trade. That's called a no trade zone. Here's where we really feel it's a very low risk area to get in. Triple confirmation, red bar, red 3-minute, red 9-minute. Everything is aligned to go lower, and that's exactly what it did. That just kept on going lower all day. And a lot of people, you know, they get nervous. If they don't have this Able Trend chart, they might be looking over here, seeing like the price go up 10 cents, 20 cents. Oh no, I better get out. What am I going to do? Stay in the trade. You're safe. You've got red dots above. It means you have resistance above. You're protected. Stay short. Red dots means you're in a downtrend. Stay in the trade. So you don't have to get nervous on the pullbacks. They're only pullbacks. If they were reversals, you get a blue bar with a blue dot. But they're just reversals. They're just pullbacks. Stay in the trade. No need to get nervous. And your patience and your discipline would be rewarded because it really shot down very quickly. And that was about an 80-cent winner or $800. So really nice. Kenneth asks, the outer bands are just a Bollinger Band without the MA. Incorrect, Kenneth. They're set to certain deviations that we like. 3.5 to be exact. So it's a Bollinger Band with a 20 period and 3.5 deviations. So it's not just a standard Bollinger Band. So these bands indicate yes, or yes, you're correct. They indicate whether it's oversold or overbought. So it's a good place to take profit on the way down when the prices hit the bands, or if we're short, and when we're long on the way up. Yes, sir. Okay, another no trade zone here. Very simple rule. We never buy if there's red dots above, because that means there's invisible resistance that only our software's algorithm can see. It's our formula. And the same way we don't go short with a red bar with a red dot, because normally that would mean the 3-minute chart saying a downtrend's coming. Should we go short? If there's blue dots below, no, because the blue dots are going to block the price from going lower. It's like driving down a street with an invisible wall in the middle of the street, you know, a block up ahead. We're not going to go down that street. It'd be too risky to drive down that street. So we simply don't make a trade. So the software not only is going to tell us when to get in and out, it's going to tell us when to just stay away. Don't make any trades. It's just too risky right now. And 9 out of 10 times, it gets very choppy or sideways. It's a good thing we didn't get into that trade. Okay, let's go fast forward to today. No trade zone here, but here's our triple confirmation. Red bar, red 3-minute, red 9-minute. Green bars just mean neutral bars. We prefer to go short on the red, and just like we prefer to buy on the blue. You know, and we got stopped out here, so it was about a break-even day. This is a great chart to look at because it was really choppy and a very, very narrow trading range. So it's like, okay, well, you know, most indicators are going to work well when the trend is, you know, smoothly up or down. Well, how's Able Trend work on a choppy day, on a really difficult day when everybody's getting beat up? Well, here's a perfectly choppy day to test it out. We broke about even on that first trade there. Obviously a no trade zone there. Good thing we didn't. It went down. Another no trade zone there. Again, good thing it went down. No trade here because the prices are touching the bottom band. We never start a short when the price is on the lower band. We never go long if the blue bar is touching the blue band. Well, simple enough. Here's a losing trade, and I like to point it out that it's not perfect. It's not magic, and not everything is going to be perfect. Again, certainly don't ever want to mislead anybody. And we lost 20 cents on that trade because we'd be out over here on the red bar, red dot. No long over here. Obviously, we have the red dots above, so we're not going to ever go long. Here we've got triple confirmation. Blue bar, there's that triple confirmation we're looking for. Blue 3-minute, blue 9-minute, no red dots above the price, which is good. There's no resistance to stop it from going lower. It has a clear path to go higher. That's what we want. Up and away it did go. And eventually it did kind of pull back a little bit over here. And it looks like we'd be stopped out right there. So small winner there. And that's just the day. That's basically the way the day went all day today. Well, we get stopped out, but we can certainly get right back in again here. Got triple confirmation. Starts to go up again, turns back down. Again, perfect day to test Able Trend out because of the choppiness today. We broke about even because we're out over here on the red bar, red dot. No short trade here. Red and blue dots together. No trade. Never go short if there's blue dots below. We never buy if there's red dots above. That's all it is. It's quite simple. Let all the calculations and the algorithm and all the complex calculations that are going on behind the scenes, let Able Trend do all of that. What we got to do is follow the colors. We make it simple because everybody wants simple. And less is more also. You don't have to use any time. You can use any time frame you like. You can trade any markets you like. But you don't want to put up multiple charts and multiple time frames because less is more. Keep it simple. And then here's the rest. This is live right now, the rest of the day right there. And it's going to work equally well on all markets and all time frames. Yes, Kenneth, 20 period, 3.5. Yes, sir. That's what we like. Okay, let's take a look at a longer term stock chart. Not everybody can, be at the computer all day and trade futures. So let's take a look at stocks because it works just as well for long-term stock trades. This is a combination of a daily and a weekly chart, which works really well because you only have to check it once per day. It's a daily chart. So we have a really nice buy signal. If you had Able Trend back in February here, boy, you got a perfect triple confirmation trade right here. The software says to buy it at about 50, and as long as you got the blue dots below, stay in the trade. We're going to take it all the way up to here before we finally get stopped out on the previous lower blue dot at 85. We're in this trade for 2 months. If you had Able Trend back then and bought Fizz, and then using this daily, weekly guidance chart, here you have triple confirmation. You're a 35-point winner. A lot of our clients trade options. I mean, you got a call option on that one. I mean, that's really serious money. Obviously, that's big money. No trade zone here. Red and blue dots together. Here's a triple confirmation buy signal. We're going to lose about $1 on that trade. Nice that we made 35 on the winner. Lost let's even call it $2. I even like to stretch the losses. Unlike everybody else who likes to exaggerate the gains and hold back on the losses, I like to do the opposite, under promise and over deliver. So let's call it about a 3-point loss. It's really only 1.5 points. I'm going to call it 3 points. Right back in again here. Got triple confirmation. Blue bar, blue daily dot, blue weekly dot. Everything is lined up to go long again. Up and away it goes. And this one is up to 114 now from 94. So got some really, really good low risk trades. And that's the key. Low risk. Triple confirmation only. Otherwise, we just move on to something else. We're just not going to do it. You got to be very disciplined, and you put your stops in place. So this way you can only have a limited loss, and that's your maximum you can lose. So the upside is theoretically unlimited, and the downside is limited to just wherever your stop loss is. And the stop losses are calculated dynamically by way of the strength of the trend. So that's why sometimes the dots are closer and sometimes they're further away, depending on how volatile the market is. The software is doing all the heavy lifting. We're just taking advantage of it. And it's been working well for 20 years. Not a lucky day or a lucky month or a lucky year, 20-year track record, 20-year history. Most companies, software companies, giving out buy and sell signals every minute of the day. Now, they're in and out. They're here and gone in a few years. AppleTrend's been here 20 years and have won the Reader's Choice Award for the best trading software for 20 years. If you won it 1 year, that'd be kind of nice. So I think you'll like what you see. But again, I repeat, it's not perfect. You will have losing trades. There's no perfect system, nor is this. I mean, there's risk in trading. Trading is just not for everybody. You have to have the right mentality because there are going to be ups and there are going to be downs and some losses. Just not everybody's, built that way or made that way. But if you have a little bit of patience and some discipline and just follow a couple simple rules, you'll definitely greatly have the odds in your favor every time you make a trade. And that's really all you can ask for, going into the trade. Entering, you just want to have the odds in your favor and a limited loss because your stop loss will be in place. And that's the right combination where you want to be. Limited loses, upside unlimited. And we'll take our chances from there because the risk-reward ratio is going to be so much in our favor. Okay, let's jump on to something different here. Let's go to a currency chart. We looked at futures. We looked at end-of-day longer-term stock charts for those who working all day and they can't intraday trade. Now we'll take a look at a currency chart. We'll just keep moving on here. Okay, we're not going to take it right at the beginning because of the red dot above. This is a Japanese yen. This is a 5-minute, 15-minute daily guidance chart combination. We like 5 and 15 for currency. We have certain time frames that we like, that our clients really like, and that's what most people use. We like 3-minute, 9-minute for day trading. And we like 5-minute and 15-minute for currencies. We like 3-minute, 9-minute for day trading futures and stocks, and then daily and weekly charts for anything. I mean, anything you like for a more longer-term trade. So you got a buy signal here, but we're not going to take it yet. Triple confirmation. We always like to take the buy signals. Think of it. The closer you can buy to the little blue dot, the lower your risk, because your stop loss is just a little bit under that dot. So we got a triple confirmation trade here. That's called a sweet spot. A sweet spot is when the prices pull back down to the blue dot, stop at support here, and the bars go from green to blue. That's a really good sign when they go green to blue, because now it's going from pullback or neutral, and we can get in at a lower price, and now it's going from green to blue. Blue means the uptrend is going to start again very shortly. So green to blue, triple confirmation, no red dots above. That's a really low risk trade right there. And went sideways for quite a few hours. But notice every time it would come down and hit the blue dot, it would stop. It's like, wow, there really was hidden support there. Look over here. 10 times the price was all the way up here, shot down quickly, and just stopped like you were walking into a wall right at the blue dot. And we started those blue dots 2 hours before that even happened. That row of blue dots started. It's like, wow, that's some pretty important information to have. That's quite impressive. It really was an invisible support point there, like a roadblock. So we knew we were protected the whole time. When people are getting nervous, oh no, it's going down, I better get out, I'm back to even, maybe I'm even losing a little now. No, you got AppleTrend. Relax, you're safe. You've got blue dots below. You've got hidden support there. You're safe to stay in the trade. Now, if it goes under the blue dot, it's okay, we got a stop loss at the previous lower blue dot. Nobody's going to get it beat up, capital preservation. Nobody's going to get killed. We've got triple confirmation going into the trade. We're preserving our capital with a stop loss. It's an excellent risk-reward ratio in our favor. And it's amazing how it kept on going to the blue dot and stopping right there. It's like there really was support there that the software picked up an hour and a half before that even happened. So we're going to stay in the trade, blue dots below, up and away it goes. This 5-minute chart is designed to stay in the trade of just a few hours. Well, the software kept us in it for a day and a half because it never broke below the blue dots to the previous lower blue dot, nor did we ever have a red bar with a red dot. Those are the only two exit signals. Finally, we're stopped out here. Finally went under the blue dot, to the previous lower row of blue dots. And whichever comes first, either that or a red bar with a red dot. However, on the way up, we made 90 pips. That's not a bad trade. That's a lot of money in one day using the Able Trend signals. No buy signal here today because of the red dots above, but there's triple confirmation, blue bar, blue 5-minute dot, blue 15-minute dot, no more red dots above. It has a clear path to go higher, shoots up, pulls back down, and then again, amazingly stops right at that blue dot. That Able Trend said an hour, or Able Trend alerted us an hour before that even happened of the support point there. But bounced off of it and popped back up again, as it usually does. Usually comes back down, bounces off it and goes up. So making a little bit of money, maybe 10 pips in the trade. Markets are very quiet at this time of the day, very quiet. So we'll see what happens. But it's a live chart, that's why it's moving, and so far so good. Okay, let me just jump in and check out a couple of questions. Alan wants to look at gold futures. Okay, we can take a look at that. Gold, most of the markets today were very choppy, very sideways, not a lot of price action. Nothing you can do about it. I mean, most people are going to get killed on a day like that. With Able Trend's guidance chart, you might just have a small losing day because you'll get a lot of these no trade zones when the market is choppy. Before it gets choppy, not after the fact when everybody's already lost, before it gets choppy. So now that's where the guidance chart really comes into play. That's really where you see your money's worth when when the market is really choppy in a narrow trading range and everybody's getting killed. I'm sure we'll probably have some losing trades, but we definitely won't get killed because half that day, if not 3/4 of the day, there won't be many trades to take because of the no trade zone. Again, the two time frames won't come together. We won't get triple confirmation. We'll have a lot of blue bars and blue dots, but also red dots at the same time, meaning no trade. Or we'll have red bars and red dots, but blue dots below. Again, no trade there, no trade zone there. Because very simple, we just don't go short if there's blue dots below because it means there's an invisible support there that our algorithm can see, and it's our algorithm only is exclusive to Able Trend. The same way we don't go long if there's red dots above. So it's really kind of simple. Most people say, well, that seems pretty easy enough. But here, when we have triple confirmation, that's when we're going to buy it. The same way that we had back over here. So just keep it simple because that's really what works the best. Okay, let's take a look at one more chart here. We'll look at gold futures. I already have that saved because you can save charts and do anything you like. Gold was really choppy today, as you can see. A whole bunch of nothing really went on. However, let's just scroll back over here and take a look at the whole picture here. Well, we actually had a nice short signal right here. Red bar, red dot, triple confirmation. Here's another place, again, that's the sweet spot we look for. Pull back up to the red dot. The bar goes from green to red, neutral to an upcoming downtrend, and that's exactly what did happen. It went down quite a bit. Prices go outside the bands, you definitely have to take profit because it means you're extremely oversold at that point. So those are great places to take profit, especially trading multiple contracts. And then we're, of course, completely out of the trade over here on the blue bar, blue dot. That's a nice little trade over there, looking at an easy 4.5 points, so we'll just call it 4. So that's $400 trading one contract. No trade zone here, red and blue together. Really not gonna touch it up here because of the at the upper band. Can take it here. That's a valid trade where we lost a point. Red, blue bars, blue dots, triple confirmation, and then we're out over there. Let's call it even 2 points. Actually, it was only a 1.25. We'll call it 2 points. That's fine. No trade zone here, nothing but red and blue dots. And the market didn't go anywhere, it just went sideways. So it's a good thing we didn't trade. So these no trade zones really keep us out of trouble. That's the purpose of them. They keep us out of trouble. They alert us of a risky, possible choppy sideways market before it happens, not after the fact, and you're ready, and you're lost. Okay, kind of a sideways trade right here is about a break even. No trade there. And the last signal given, oh, this was an hour and a half, about 2 hours ago. Sell signal on gold. Again, all the markets are very flat right now. It's like almost 6:30 East Coast time, so most of the traders are not trading now. It's overnight already in Europe, so there's not a whole lot going on at the moment. After 4 New York time, after 1, which is 1 o'clock Pacific time, markets get really, really flat. But on the signal right now, we're on a sell signal. So red bars, red dots. It's making just a few cents on the trade at the moment. But we're going to stay short because we have red dots above. We're protected. There's hidden resistance there to stop or block it from going higher. And there's no blue dot below, which is exactly what we want. So it's a clear path for it to go lower. Really choppy day today for most markets. Really sideways choppy day. Pretty much an impossible day to make money, but yeah, we did okay on most markets, or either broke even or had a small little, either a very small loss or small gain actually on some of the markets, as I showed you before on crude oil. Japanese yen, it was a really good day. Let's take a look at one more market. Michael's asking for a can it use it on NinjaTrader? Yes, sir. We have many clients who use it on NinjaTrader. And you would just get our algorithm, our indicators inside of Ninja. You can just add it to all of your charts in Ninja. Yes. Take a look at one more chart here. Let's look at the mini S&P. This is a good chart again to test Able Trend on, because we want to test it on difficult days, tough days, days when everybody's losing. Well, most indicators and traders are losing because of the market's really choppy. That's the perfect day to test Able Trend on, because on an easy straight up or down day, I mean most indicators are all going to win on days like that. Let's test Able Trend on a real choppy day, on a day where most everybody's getting killed because it was just really narrow trading range, like today. Today was such a narrow trading range. There was just no volatility at all on the ES. It was only a 6.7 point trading range from top to bottom. That's like ridiculously small, narrow trading range. And it was just, look at the chart, look at the price action today. Down, up, down, up, down, up, sideways, down, sideways, down, sideways, up. It was just, it was just no traction. There was no trend. It was nearly impossible to win because the market didn't move high enough or low enough consistently for anybody to have much of a chance to win. So we'll see how Able Trend did today. Well, got to buy a short signal here. Here's that triple confirmation we talk about. Red bar, red 3-minute, red 9-minute, triple confirmation. Down it went. If you missed the beginning of that trade, here's your sweet spot. Pull back up to the red dot. The bars go from green to red. You're entering close to the red dot because your stop loss is right there, which is only about 1.5 points higher than your entry point. So really low risk with only 1.5 points at risk. So very low risk trade. Triple confirmation, no blue dots below. If this chart could talk, it'd be screaming at you to sell it short. Everything is lined up just right. And then eventually, of course, we're out over here on the blue bar, blue dot. We picked up about 2-point winner on that trade. Now let's even call it 1.5 points. The market was basically choppy and very sideways. It really didn't go in much of a direction either way today, but we picked up 1.5 points on that trade. So, that works fine. Okay, you have everything lined up here for a no trade zone, and basically sideways over here. No trade zone here, and then of course we had a perfect trade right there, a triple confirmation buy signal, which went up, pulled back down, and basically turned out to be break even. So there's your chart for the ES today. I want to thank everybody for being here. Anybody that was here in the HotCom room, you can, from the HotCom room, we have a special promo code for you today, HC15, meaning HC15. You get a $69 trial instead of a $99 trial. So you save $30 on the trial, 30% off. Again, that promo code is HC15. So thanks everybody for being here. Hope that I was helpful. We're here every day. We're always very willing to help. You can have our full support at any time. Anything I can do, again, please feel free to ask or call anytime. We're always happy to help. And if you haven't tried the AbleTrend 1-month trial, just download it, and you can order it anytime and download it. I think you're going to really like what you see because of the fantastic feedback that we get. Thanks, everybody, for being here, and have a great night.